Hey everybody, Dee Dee here with Time to Stamp for Viva Las Vegas Stamps. I thought for our second episode I would show you how I use our stamps as backgrounds in journaling pages, scrapbook pages, that kind of stuff. Everybody loves to use stamps for cards and mixed media and things like that, but I also really like to use them when it comes to my memory saving. So to start off with, I have, it's an 8x8 here, an 8x8 piece of paper. This is actually a journal that I have. It's just a small scrapbook journal, and it's perfect for like the small memory saving, sort of like a smash journal is how I use it. I also have miracle tape. I've got two colors of glimmer mist. I've got inchworm and charcoal. These are actually the chalkboards, so they have a little bit of glimmer but cover really well. I have some 7 Gypsies gaffer tape. I have an archival black ink. I also have a pen because I usually doodle or have some sort of memory saving to write down some sort of journaling. I have the 2 photos that I want to save, that I want to document. I have my acrylic block. I've cleaned it since the last time. And then I have 3 Viva Las Vegas stamps. I have so many favorite VLVS stamps, it's ridiculous. But I just released a few new plates, and you've probably seen them on pre-sale. They came off not too long ago. And off of our new Halloween board, I brought this fly, which is 18952 if you're looking for it. I brought this brand new mason jar to use, which is 18957. And then I also brought this kind of grungy, distressed radioactive symbol, which is 18958 to use. And I'm going to use these stamps to create the background for my journal page. Here are the 2 images that I want to use, that I want to save the memory of. This is my son who's drinking a green smoothie. We started the green smoothie craze. It's all about spinach and fruit in the morning. But, so I've got my 2 photos, and if I take these away, you can see I've just sort of made some lines where I know I want the pictures. And I'm setting the pictures off to the side so that they don't get really dirty. And I know where they're going to be placed on my page. So I start by just adhering. All my stamps are clean cushioned. It saves on space when you have as many Viva Las Vegas stamps as I have. So I mount it to my acrylic block, and then I ink up my stamp. And I've kind of been looking at this and thinking about this idea for a little while before I decided to come do the video, so I already know where it's going to go. But if you're, if you're hesitant on where you want something, you can always sketch it out. I'm going to move my stamp over because I realized I want to get really close to this edge, and my acrylic block would, the binding for my book would actually hinder my stamping. So I'm going to press this back down, and I'll have to re-ink, but that's alright. I would rather get a good stamp the first time than ruin a page. Alright. And then I just flip it over, and I know that I want it in this corner. And I know that my smoothies are lime green, so that's why I picked the green and the charcoal glimmer mist. And then why I picked this mason jar and the radioactive symbol, which is coming next, because I want those to represent like our kind of green smoothie craze, kind of weird, kind of funny. So, and then I put this in the corner again because this binding is going to get in the way of my giant acrylic block, and I want a nice clean stamp, and I want it to be labeling the jar. And the nice thing about clean cushion and clear acrylic blocks is that you can see exactly where your stamp is going to go. Give it a nice firm, oh look at that, it's perfect. Okay, and then other than that, I haven't really quite decided on the placement of my fly, so I think I'm just going to move on a little bit and do a little more background work here. And if you want to see, following my lines, this is where my mason jar is going to go, and it makes just like this really cool really fun background for our kind of funny lime green smoothies that are so popular. Then I'm gonna shake up, and this is an archival ink, so once it's dry, I also have a heat gun here. Give it a quick zap with your heat gun, and then it's permanent. And once it's permanent, then you can add water to it, and it's not going to bleed or leak leak or run or anything like that. So I've got this inchworm, and I've shaken it up, and I'm just taking this lid off. And I really want some splatters kind of all over my page, like it got radioactive ink or, you know, something like that. But I also want to take it, and I don't always use mine as sprays. I also want to take it and kind of color in a little bit of this jar, give it some extra color and make a nice background on my radioactive stamp there. And you could use markers or you could use watercolor or whatever you want, but I really love like the shimmery kind of way that this tends to color. Yeah, I think that's cool. And can you see how it's kind of lime green on this background? And I'm going to need to give that a quick zap so it dries, so hold on. And then I also have the charcoal, and I was thinking I would do the same with the charcoal, but I actually have a different idea, so I'm going to hold on to that. I brought this tape from Seven Gypsies, this gaffer tape, and you can make tape out of Viva Las Vegas stamps, miracle tape, as well. I just knew I had this and was pretty happy with the way it looked. I've done a video before on making your own like washi tape style stuff for Viva Las Vegas stamps, and I'll do it again for this time to stamp specifically as well, okay? So stay on the lookout for that. And I just want to add a little bit of a background. Like, this is a quick journal page, just keeping in mind that I really want to, you know, keep the memory of my kiddo loving these smoothies. It's so funny. One day he'll say, "Oh, I really just love junk food," and then I can open this and say, well, you know, there was one point in your life you really liked spinach. It'll be fun. Offset that a little there. And this is where we're at so far. Looking pretty good, I think. What do you think? Yeah. And then, you know, from here, oh yeah, I still have my fly to use. I really do want to use that baby. That thing is awesome. Let me stamp that guy and show ya. That looks good. Straighten that out in a minute. So I mount my fly, and this guy is so cool. He's kind of, let's see if that'll focus. He kind of reminds me of that fly in that movie The Ring, and all of a sudden he's on top of the TV. I think my fly will probably be really good. Let's see, do I like that there? Sure, that looks good. Let's just stand right on top of it. Yeah, that looks awesome, doesn't it? And then I'm going to use a little bit of this charcoal just right around him. What do you think? Does that look good? Alright, and then I brought my miracle tape because I wanted to show you how sturdy miracle tape is. I'm going to use miracle tape to hold down my pictures. I'm not going to use a wet glue. I'm not going to use 3D dots. I just want my pictures to be flat right on my page because this is more of a smash album rather than, you know, a 3D sort of style. So my fingers are dirty. Look at the ink sticking to the tape. That's funny. That's alright. Yeah, so, I mean, Miracle Tape is going to hold these pictures down forever. This can be handled from here until I die, and these pictures will not come up. It is awesome. A little bit off. And I'm just going to line up where those pencil lines are, and it doesn't bother me if they're seen a little bit, because I'm going to go back in and do some doodling and some drawing anyways. And but I just wanted to show you real quick how to create a background and where you can go from there using stamps as a background for your journal page or your scrapbook page or whatever, your smash album if that's what you have, if that's what you prefer, you know. Grab a couple of your favorite stamps and keep them in an envelope right in the back of your smash album. So yeah, I'm going to stop the video there and just give this a couple other quick things. Thanks for tuning in today. Let me know in the comments section if there's anything you'd like to see specifically. I've got a few ideas lined up, but I'm always here to answer any questions you have about rubber stamping. Thank you.